Hello, friends. It's me, host Eric. I'm back. I'm better than ever. And I'm made entirely out of diamonds. My earlier stream ended because I hit the bar wall, which occurs right around the turn from Triangle onto Scott Road. There's a wall where the bars no longer flow. And accordingly, one is very limited in one's ability to live stream. In contrast, here at home, I need no bars because I have what's known as Wi-Fi. It's like bars that come out of your walls. It's the miracle of technology. So, I know maybe now you hate me because earlier I wasn't reading the chat. So you're like, F this guy, I'm not coming to his live stream anymore. But like I said, that was only because I was driving. Wow.
The live stream says steaming, so streaming.
Really?
Yeah.
Looks like I did a little bit of a spelling error. It often happens on my phone because I can't see it that well. I'm going to add an R right in there. The best damn R you've ever seen. Oop, that's in you. There. Oh, I see what happened. I had an extra E in instead of an R before.
Yeah, so street.
Yeah. Well, the USC women are up by 7 points, and you are up by 1,000,000 points because you've made it here to the internet's only YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
Eric, what do you make of the recent Trump tweet? The last second of the video swaps to a racist meme, and people are saying Trump needs to step down for it. I mean, I don't know anything about it, but Trump Trump maybe should step down for many, many reasons. Uh, that would be low on his list of crimes.
Thank you for the food.
You're welcome. I cooked it a lot myself. I went down to the Carl's Jr.'s. I said, give me a quick job. I got to cook some food for my wife. Hello, Alex Holdfast. Hello, Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Hello, Purifier. Well, the problem is not any group of boogeymen that you want to create, the problem is that sort of thinking where we can decide not to engage in actual political thought by simply demonizing one group of Americans. Believe me, I've spoken to lots of different Americans, and people are wrong in all kinds of different ways about all kinds of different things. People from all walks of life are wrong about more things than you can possibly imagine. So, well, I got my daughter's old hand-me-down car, and it is a uh,
Cruise?
Chevy Cruze. That's what it's called. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm opposed to divisiveness, and there's one thing that I think we should all be able to agree on. It's that Trump, if nothing else, is divisive.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He really is.
Yeah, I will take you guys outside to look at it. Maybe Rich wants to come look at it too. I was rather shocked by how nice it is.
That's great.
I thought it was going to be pretty tore up. It's 2016. It's my daughter's hand-me-down. She's leasing the car, but and I guess when Cameron first got a hold of it, it was kind of a mess inside because it had had a leak and had some water coming to it. But you would not be able to tell that now, let me tell you. So here it is. It's got an E on the end. It's not Cruz, just CRUZ, like the Mexican name. As you see, it's looking pretty nice inside, right? It's got a backup camera. It's got Bluetooth. It's a four-door. Got some new floor mats in it.
Wow.
Right? Pretty nice, huh?
Nice.
Automatic. It's got new floor mats front and back. So you can see. Nice and shiny and clean. And yeah. Does the job. Not like the most responsive car in the world.
What do you mean by that?
Like, well, it feels like a heavy car in the sense that you push down on the gas, and unless you push down on the gas, it kind of
I heard that.
It's not the greatest acceleration in the world, but if you do push down on the gas, the car is a 2016. No, it's not a hybrid; it's a regular gasoline car. The hybrid one is called the Chevy Volt. That's what it's called. But we put about $2,000 into the car, including brand new tires, good tires on it, and new brakes. Put a couple little bits of repairs into it, and I think for about $2,000, $2,500 if you count registration and a couple of other little things, but I think that's a pretty good deal. Pretty good deal. Yeah, well, the find was just my daughter having that car, and she not needing it anymore. It was just sitting. It was gonna get junked at some point, but
That worked out. Wow.
yeah, it worked out beautifully. I believe you were the one who suggested it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Rachel suggested one day. Well, what about Delilah's car? I had not thought about that at all, and turned out that was in fact the solution. Hopefully, it remains the solution for a while.
Wow.
It's got a lot of miles on it. It's got 130,000 miles on it.
Okay.
But if it can last a year, that would be fantastic.
Yeah, a year would be fantastic.
After throwing a bunch of good money after bad trying to get the Mini fixed, I'm ready to stop spending money on car repair and just cars in general.
It'd be great if we could get a year out of it. If not more, It'd be great.
I went back to the doctor after more complications with my surgery. Let your daughter know. This is not my daughter, okay? This is my lovely wife, Rachel. I do have a daughter. Yeah, I did just come back from Los Angeles, where I did see my daughter, and I did get her car, but hopefully, Alex, hold fast. I've got PCSD, post-car stress disorder.
Yeah, so do I.
Because that Mini caused, it's like I put all that money into getting fixed, got it back, had to take it back, got it back again, and it broke down on the way home, and it was just like, oh, fuck you. So now I'm just, it's gonna be a while till I really relax and feel like, okay, this car is reliable. Yeah, it's a turbo, but it's not I mean, it kind of needs the turbo to be regular, I think.
Thanks, Alex Holdfast. I'm a lucky lady.
Well, I am a lucky man. You heard a lot of bad things about the car I had before, junk wise. It was fine until it wasn't. Hit 150,000 miles and it just said, nope, I am dead. I am going to die now.
Mm-hmm.
And you will not be able to resurrect me, no matter how many church resources you throw into the problem. So, um, I did hit up Delilah successfully for a 10 milligram extended release. Uh, Adderall, which kind of made the drive home a little easier. As did the Super Bowl game, which I listened to all the way from Los Angeles to the casino.
That's really good.
Yeah, this extended car saga has definitely affected me emotionally, mentally.
Same, I know.
Rachel too. It's been deeply problematic for me because it's kept me stuck in this TESE place for way longer than I ever wanted to be there.
I kept on hope too. I kept on having hope, and it just kept on proving that, sometimes having hope for something, you could have all the hope in the world and it not materialize.
Ultimately, I think it shows how eighth slot people are gonna go more to their eighth slot function than their sixth slot. So, what did I do when it came to trying to solve the car problem? I just said, well, let's take it to a mechanic and get it fixed. That's what one does. And I didn't stop and say, let's figure out what's the optimal way to go about dealing with this broken down car situation. I put off TEing as long as possible, it seemed like. So I think that's suggestive that one of the problems with your six slot function is that even when you have to do something you don't like, you're more likely to use your eighth slot function. So, um, I guess that would mean Rachel's more likely to SI than deal with her actual feelings. Maybe.
Probably, right? Like,
Yeah.
I'll be in bed more when I'm processing my feelings.
You think that's true for you too, Ruben? Like, I don't like SEing. I certainly don't like spending money. But for some reason, I tried to solve the money problem by throwing money at it, basically.
We didn't really know.
Yeah, I mean, I thought I thought I had TE sort of. Like, I was like, well, this is still going to be cheaper than getting a different car. I overestimated the cost of cars too. I didn't realize cars could be gotten as cheaply as they can. Oh yeah, cars can be money pits, that's for sure.
Unfortunately, the mini turned out to be that way. Like, literally, like, I was like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
today is the day. We got the mini back. And that same day, on the way home, it broke down.
And it broke down worse than it was to begin with. It wouldn't even start.
Yeah.
It was just. And when Cameron and I looked at it, the code when he got here, the code's something significant. And then we looked at the oil, and it looks like some shit blew into the oil or something. I don't know. So it's cashed. No, we did get a new car. We got a different car today. It's not a brand new car or anything. It's not even
New to us.
it's not even new to the family, but it's new to us.
Yeah.
I've never driven it before today. It's my daughter's old car. Yes, Dominic Dick Cheese. That's a rather unpleasant name. So you're just the 98th person in the entire world to love music, huh? I'm impressed. I usually get my car serviced before putting the car in for a MOT. What's an MOT? I'm not gonna call Delilah to let her know that you're out of surgery, okay? And once again, Rachel is not my daughter.
No.
Yeah, you go way back. That 98 also refers to the year 98.
Yeah, which also goes way back.
Yeah, before the year 100.
Oh, year 100?
Yeah. Okay, Kate McDougal. Right, Kate McDougal's out of butthole lip surgery that she was having.
Thanks for letting me know. That was really important.
Could Rachel be my daughter? If Rachel were my daughter, I would have had to have impregnated somebody when I was like 12 years old.
14.
13. Because both not got to add 9 months.
Oh, yeah, 13. 13. Yeah.
Because we're between 13 and 14 years apart in age. So
You'd be pretty young.
For her to be my daughter, I would have had to been at the oldest 13. Or maybe yeah 13.
Oldest 14.
Maybe oldest 14 to
No,
it would have to be.
Like January.
It had to be 13 at the
13,
oldest.
Yeah.
To have impregnated somebody to have Rachel as my daughter. Not impossible, but very unlikely. Oh, is that the first instrument? I thought it was drums. Hey, Delilah, my darling, could you pick up Old Show Media some Nutella on your way home? I could text her that, but she'd be very confused. Oh, my darling, oh, my darling, oh, my darling Clementine, you are lost and gone forever. Oh, my darling Clementine. What a sad song, huh?
Mm-hmm.
For such a happy melody.
It does have such a happy melody. It's like kids sing it.
Ministry of Transport. Well, we don't have that. We have the DMV, and you do have to register your car every year, but you don't have to get it inspected or anything. There are circumstances in which you do have to have them check it. That's if you've already like gotten a ticket for like broken parts on your car or something, or if something was maybe sold for salvage and then brought back to life or something. There's certain circumstances where you do have to get it checked, but they're pretty rare. In California, we have to get smog checks every once in a while, every few years.
I'm surprised that they don't make you do it every year with your registration. Like I remember with my registration, I would have to get my car checked.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's a lot of money. But I like checks too. Do you like rice or corn checks? I like both. noise checks.
We have to get cars inspected every
Yeah.
year, and they go over the car with a fine tooth comb unless the car is 5 years old or younger.
Yeah, I had that same problem.
That's ridiculous.
So like,
That's
you
just
know,
war against poor people.
and then you have to get like the stuff done that they find. Which, you know, they're gonna find something every year, right? Like,
I mean, if it's their job to look for stuff.
mm-hmm.
That's super horrible. That's so anti-poor people.
It really is.
Like, ride the bus, poor people. We're tired of your ugly-looking car on the road.
Yeah, I don't know how people got away with it.
If your car fails, the car is not legal. Well, I mean, oh, fails MOT. Well, yeah, I'm sure that's true. That's why it's ridiculous to have those inspections every year. Because, like, there's, for example, this car has listed on its thing, tire maintenance computer needs maintenance. It basically says your tire pressure gauges that register on these things inside the car, they need to be fixed. But of course, I don't need to know the tire pressure inside the car. I can check the tires like people always have checked the tires. That's the sort of thing I can imagine some government check and demanding that you get that fixed, even though it has absolutely nothing to do with safely operating the car.
Yeah, they probably would. Any sort of light.
Yeah, and this car, there's one element of the turbo system. It's not the main, it's some secondary element of it that Cameron recommended we not get fixed after looking into it. We could, it would have been another like $300 or something. He didn't really feel like it made any difference. So we have a check engine light on for that. We already know what it's for and everything. We don't want to get that fixed. But it's the sort of thing that they probably make you have all of your lights be off. Car color, it's silver. It has a backup camera. That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really use it, but you know, I've never had a car long term with a backup camera before. Maybe I'll start using it. I always look over my shoulder when we did have like the rental car, which had a backup camera. I still never used it. But
I think it's good to still look over your shoulder.
yeah. But I definitely like the fact that it's got Bluetooth. That makes it much easier for either me or Rachel to play things on either of our phones at any time. And
Well, I like the phone call situation.
right, and you know when she called me, it switched over from the game to the phone on the speakers. Easy to hear. It feels like a much newer car than the Mini, I think. Even though it's only a couple years newer, maybe 4 years newer, or 3 years newer, or something.
That's so interesting how it's just a few years difference and still it's different enough.
Yeah. It's £54.85 for MOT, and if you fail, you have to pay not again. I think you get a week. If your car isn't fixed in that time, you'll be charged another $54.
Oh my gosh.
That's just for calculus. I used your backup camera, but I have to look past Yoshi, whoever it is in the rear cam nook. Oh, USC women are up 29-15 currently. The interesting thing is Illinois has a better record, 16-7, than SC, which is 14-9. They have the same in-conference record. They're both 6-6 in conference play. But SC is clearly the better team here. You're like, well, that's because driving's a privilege for rich people. Nice shot, Jazzy Davidson. 32-15 now. SC has looked really good the last few games. I have been kind of blown away after we looked absolutely terrible for a good stretch of games. Like we just knew exactly how to lose every game.
No, they've really come back.
I think they're just starting to gel. Maybe it is the case when you've got a true freshman as the leader of the team, and that's what Jazzy Davidson is. She's the leader of this team, whether she's ready for it or not. As the season goes along, she starts to learn more and more, and the team starts to gel together. And
yeah, they really have.
I feel confident that we'll probably make the tournament this year. We should make the tournament. Under 25s get free bus travel. Well, whoop-de-doo. And for your prize, you've won free bus travel. No thanks. Can you imagine going on a game show and winning a bus pass? You won a year's bus pass. No, thank you. You can give it to somebody else. Who wants to ride the bus? I'd rather get one of those electric scooter things than ride the bus. Of course, if I live where I live now, riding the bus would definitely not be an option. There is a bus line that goes through Mariposa, but it doesn't go anywhere near my house. And it just goes like to Yosemite and then through town. I won a bus pass. And I won a 10% discount on my library fines. They should make a game show called Worst Prize, Best Prize. And it's kind of like Deal or No Deal. Like they've got briefcases, but instead of them all having cash in them, some of them have good prizes and some of them have bad prizes. And some of the bad prizes can include a bus pass, a discount on your library card fines. If you have any. If you don't, then you can apply it to any future accrued fines. You could get something like advanced seating at a restaurant that's sometimes popular. So that would let you arrive at a certain time and get to go ahead of a couple people in front of you in line. That'd be a prize that could be one of the prizes. I think maybe Pepe's Piping Hot Pinatas could issue a prize, namely a pinata full of flan. One of the prizes could be a free back rub from who's that guy? Rob Lowe. One free back rub, Rob Lowe. Ooh, I don't know if I really want this prize. Swim with the hippos. swim, swim with the hippos. It's kind of like swimming with dolphins, but it's a little more dangerous. The flañada. Look, senor, I have made you a flañada. I think swim with the hippos is a good prize. You know, it would be a good prize. Actually, it would be worth a lot of money. Like 50% off extensive dental surgery. I would be like, give me that prize. Straight from the pipe. Yeah, you use a piping tube to pipe in your piping hot flan. I think one of the prizes could be free admission to a real estate expo. It's really, it's kind of a meet and greet for real estate agents. You might not have any particular use for it, but it's a prize. 502, huh? Sounds like you're in some foreign land, like, I don't know, Scotland. It's like every minute is a different time over there. You know what I Googled this morning, I think? Last night, maybe? Which was an interesting question. I wonder if you know the answer to it already. Do they ever hold the Winter Olympics in the Southern Hemisphere? What do you think? Have they ever held one there? Does anybody know the answer to that question? I know the answer because I Googled it. And I found it a very hemispherist answer. Maybe that's the giveaway. The Super Bowl's over. The Seahawks won. I listened to the whole game on the radio. So I'll fill you in on the answer. No, there's never been a Winter Olympics in the Southern Hemisphere. And AI basically said, no, there's not been any Winter Olympics in the Southern Hemisphere because it's it's uh it's summertime down there. But of course it's not summertime down there. It's summertime up here. It's like you can't have the Winter Olympics during the summertime. Well, AI, you're defining winter as Northern Hemisphere winter then. There's no reason why you couldn't have a Winter Olympics during the summertime. In the Northern Hemisphere, it would still be winter down there. You're a good boy. Did you miss me today? Are you happy that Cameron's gone? Yeah, he's a bit of a bully cat. It's true. But he's also a good boy. Not the NI summertime, the SI version. Right. He is a bit of a rapscallion. He's a regular scallion too. You know, one of those kind of onions. He's also a scholarly maid. I'm not gonna squish it. No, Tony or Strenny. No. We're not going back. I watched him eat enough. He doesn't need more eat watching. So here at the basketball game, it's halftime. The nice thing about the Big Ten Network, they one cool thing is the announcers and everybody who's working the game are all students from Big Ten schools, presumably from either Illinois or USC in this game. Since it's an Illinois home game, probably from Illinois. But they don't have any commercials during it. It's just they have this like they show the court from above when there's nothing going on. There's not any commentators during this part either. They just have the sound of the court. So that's just what's going on the court right now, you know? Cool, huh? I mean, it's not right now. This game's long over, but we're up by 17. My female cat has still to be spayed. Have to get it done ASAP because she's coming to heat and she's making really loud, mad noises all the time. Well, probably best you don't let her get pregnant. You know, I had a cat before that got pregnant, and we weren't able to. We weren't able to get rid of all the kittens. We weren't able to find a home for all the kittens, all but one of them. And that cat is Capillo, the one that we could not find the home for. Do you see Starby right next to his face? Who's the fellow behind me? This guy? That's Carl. That's Carl from Carl's Jr. Oh, you're talking about the Growing Pains shelf. Who's that? Well, that's, all the Growing Pains gang. It's Alan Thicke, it's Kurt Cameron, Tracy Gold. Uh, um, I don't know that other boy's name. And I also don't know the woman's name. I want to say Meredith Baxter Brownie, but I don't think that's right. I think that's the lady from Family Ties. Where's my keyboard? There it is. There's somebody else I wanted to look up as well. I wanted to look up Telly Savalas. Didn't he have some sort of saying like something equivalent of "at brisk, baby," but not that? Did he have a catchphrase? He's called the Kojak of Yule Brenners. I'm just gonna Google. Did Telly Savalas have a catchphrase, or did Telly Savalas say "baby" a lot? Yes, Telly Savalas famously used "baby" as part of his signature catchphrase. Who loves you, baby? Okay, so he did have a catchphrase that had "baby" in it. It's "Who loves you, baby?" So, are you guys glad to know that? I was thinking about Telly Savalas earlier today in the car because I said to Cameron, "That's all you, baby." And I was thinking, like, who's that guy who says "baby" like that a lot? And I came up with Telly Savalas. Cameron was like, "You think I can? You think I can pass this guy right now?" That's what prompted me to say, "That's all you, baby." Uh, Hello, beans in a can, 500. What's up? Not much is up. Who's the stuffed man? I don't see any stuffed man. I don't know what you're talking about. There's no stuffed man. There's these girls, two Tiffany's. They're here. Yes, I am here. Everybody, look at me. Aren't I magnificent? Up in the corner there, you mean Churchill? What's his name? Something Churchill Murphy? Who can remember his name? Nobody, that too. Well, USC 47, Illinois 32, 15-point lead here in the third quarter. Have I ever had to poop in a plastic bag? No, not that I'm aware of. Mostly just pooped in toilets. I may have pooped outside on an occasion or two. But Porter Churchill Murphy, that's his name. Foul? Come on, that's no foul. Your mom's a foul. Charmander's name is Hamilton? Well, that Charmander's name is Hamilton. And you could say that's the most important Charmander of all. Eric, what's a physical object you might have lost that you never truly got over? Um, I really regret selling in a time when I didn't really need to sell it. My Honda CB750 that I had. Motorcycle was a cool motorcycle. I never I had another motorcycle after that, but I didn't. It was not the same. There's other stuff, that either I've sold or lost or whatever that I regret, but I don't know. I have enough time spent in regret. I don't need to be prompted back into more regret. Regret is a dish best served not at all. Well, unfortunately, discretion is often late to the party. Yeah, I did fine on that motorcycle. I also have memories of some kind of near death experiences on it as well. So, no, I don't miss it. No. The best thing about a motorcycle is having it in the city because it facilitates you getting through traffic so much. So it's great to have in Los Angeles for that reason. It's not like sometimes it'd be kind of a fun way to get around, but it's more super sketch. Like I always felt on the freeway very vulnerable. But when you're driving service streets, especially, cutting through cars at stoplights and stuff is a big advantage. No, I don't want to go skydiving. That doesn't sound fun to me. It sounds dumb to me, but not fun. Some dumb things do sound fun, but not that one. Yeah, it's scary. It's scary at LA freeway speeds. It was especially scary on the Honda because that was just a 750. The later bike I had was an 1150. It was a bigger bike. It had like floorboards instead of foot pegs. But regardless, even then, you feel so exposed. If you get clipped or something, you go down, you're dead. So it's pretty like high intensity. Anytime you're riding on the freeway, you're very tense. Or at least me. Some people have less are less risk averse, I guess. All right, fourth quarter, 19-point game. I mean, even worse, I ride my motorcycles drunk. I wouldn't worry about riding a motorcycle high. That wouldn't be concerning to me. Getting high does not impact my ability to drive at all, or ride a motorcycle or whatever. But drinking and riding is a bad idea. I did it on some occasions anyway. I obviously have regrets about that as well. Yeah, well, not riding a motorcycle though. That's different. Riding a motorcycle is a lot requires a lot more attention, focus, clear-headedness, whatever, than driving a car does. And it requires you to also like err on the side of caution, just or else you're gonna have problems. Like I did drop the bike on a couple of occasions, but I never really crashed on it. Jazzy Davidson throwing the pass. Oh, what was that? Foul called? Okay. Bungee jumping? No, never done anything like that. No, I'm not into like thrill sports really. When I was a little kid, I used to be kind of into skiing fast, but even then, I didn't like to feel like close to out of control at all. I'd like to go skiing again, but I'd like to make that happen with Cameron rather than go by myself. That place might be open just this upcoming week, even. I'd be down to go try it out, but Cameron just came up here. I've always didn't want to risk my hands or body for stuff like that, even though it seems fun. Made me not the best skater and stuff. Well, that's why you never made the Olympics in skateboarding. And you're never going to get over that. Your parents had a vision for you, Ruben. Olympic skateboarder. And instead, you just disappointed them over and over and over again. I don't like skateboarding. It's dangerous. Oh, good thing your parents had other children. Yeah. He was the only Olympian in the family. You have a sister too? How many siblings does Ruben have? He almost had a sister? Hmm. We just have one brother? No trampoline party. Trampolines are a good way to get people hurt. My parents were very opposed to trampolines. They always said, trampolines, you're just gonna get hurt trying to jump on trampolines. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Ruben. I'm sure you miss her every day. You have one sister? We are all one sister, okay? There's only one sisterhood, Acacia. Only one. Is your sister older or younger? Well, I listened to the whole game on the radio. I wasn't able to watch any of it. But from what I heard, it sounded like it wasn't just Drake May's fault, but just the Seattle defense was pretty darn good. Yes, Drake May fumbled, and yes, he threw a couple of picks. He also got a couple touchdowns, 3 years older. Is she like the successful one in the family? Or did your parents get too into it, tards? She's an ESTJ and she's very high achieving. Well, you know what? I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Your parents love you more. Mm-hmm. She's ENFJ or ENTJ. Well, that's a high achieving type either way. I mean, there's variants, obviously, but SE third tends to get a lot done. Congratulations, show media. I'm glad you're applying. SE third cannot let themselves fully unwind. Well, my problem is whether I'm wound or unwound. It's like I get maybe wound, but instead of doing things, I'll talk about it until I get unwound. That extended release stuff is kind of weird. I didn't really feel much impact from it at first, but then 4 hours after you take it, the second half of it kicks in. It's only 10 milligrams, but I can still feel myself kind of springy. Trouble, I don't want to watch you eat right now. But I will. With snakes? No, no snakes involved. All right, Mr. Kitty. Time to watch you eat some more. Fine. Let's get this done. Go ahead. Start chewing. You're a good cat living in Reseda. Yes, I think you're a special boy. I know and admire you and your special ways. I respect and acknowledge the primacy that you bring to all of your endeavors. Just stopping by to say, I hope you all have a good night. Well, I hope you have a good night. I reciprocate your hope. And I'm going to add on to it 1 scoop of well-wishing. You could call me a well-wisher, but I'm more than just a well-wisher. I'm also a reciprocal hoper. We've got cat number 2 playing Inside or Out. I can't decide. It's one of her favorite games. Out she goes. Yes, so many pets for such a big kitty. Well, I recently stopped taking Benadryl because I heard it links to dementia. Now Trouble wants to go outside to bother Capio because he's a bad kitty. Well, you can't have all good kitties in your life. You're going to get a bad one now and then. It's a little chilly in here. I think I'm going to turn on the heater for a minute or two. We've done a good job of conserving propane this winter, mostly because it's been super warm out, but you gotta rest those eyes. First, play and eat, but most importantly, rest. Well, I tell you, we watched this real horrible woman on this show called Outlast, and her obliviousness to her own hypocrisy was so appalling. Her name was Jill. I suspect that Jill was a little more toxic than T.I. Polar, though. I think she was probably an ESTJ. Just a thoroughly terrible person. Well, it's an 11-point game, so this game has not been decided yet. Illinois got the ball. There's 2 minutes, 45 seconds left, and it looks like they're about to score 2 points. That makes it a 9-point game. You still wonder if he's an ESTP? No, he's not. If you seriously think you might be an ESTP, you need to wonder about your wondering criterion. All right, well, it is now an 8-point game. Samuel is bringing the ball up the court for SC, clinging to this lead. 2 minutes, 27 seconds left. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Illinois has knocked the ball out of bounds. So SC will get the ball now. Samuels is entreating her teammates to do more movement off the ball. Pleading with her teammates. Guys, she's saying. Well, the offense was stagnant. We didn't get the shot. They got the rebound. They drove all the way back down. Now it's 64-58. Just a 6-point game. Okay, if you don't think he's got bad TI, then again, you need to spend some serious time evaluating your criterion for TI. You're mistaking something that's definitely not TI for TI. All right. Ball game's resuming. 2 minutes left. Plenty of time to overcome a 6-point deficit. So this game is definitely not over. I mean, the clearest case you can point to of NI but not TI is being right about COVID alarmism in general, while providing the reason I've got a hunch and thinking that somehow that's adequate. There's no way an ESP would think that was adequate. And in general, the whole talk is cheap ideology is not so much specific to SE, although some of it maybe, but it's very specific to SEFI, which is a very anti-communication stack. It goes experience, 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 communication in the fourth slot, which is just knowledge, which is not about communication really at all, right? Oh, Jazzy Davidson draws the foul. I'm glad she took that to the basket. No, it wouldn't be scarier if you were ENFP because he wouldn't be pulling the trigger so successfully all the time. You don't worry so much about somebody having terrible aim when they don't fire a lot of shots. $66-58 now. 8-point lead. 1:09 left. Illinois heaves up the three-pointer. It's off the mark. The rebound goes off the Illinois player and out of bounds. USC will get the ball back. Feeling a little bit more comfortable about this game now. And Smith attempts to inbound does successfully. I thought that was a turnover for sure. Smith inbounded the ball all the way across the half-court line. And we did get the ball in the end, but that was a very risky pass. We're inbounding now after it got knocked out of bounds. Now Jazzy Davidson with the ball in the isolation play. Kennedy Smith now hands it off to Jazzy Davidson. Jazzy Davidson back to Smith, who throws up a three-point shot. It's no good. Rebound inside USC. I don't know who that girl's name is, but she put up, back up, missed the layup. Illinois grabbed the board. Oh, rejected. Nice block. So Illinois drove the lane, tried to go for the quick two, but it was sent out of there with authority. Really good explanation about the stack. Experience, communication. Oh, thanks, Ruben. Yeah, whereas ESTP, they go experience, communication. All right. So it looks like SC got fouled. 8-point lead, 24 seconds remain in the game. The Illinois coach, she's got on black leather pants and a hot pink top. She looked like she's going to go clubbing after the game. Illinois is all dressed up in pink. I think it must be breast cancer awareness decade or something. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, it can be sometimes a little bit more interesting when it gets a little bit of dopamine flowing. I'm glad you brought it up too. I think you did a wonderful, wonderful job. And you should get a certificate. A certificate celebrating your accomplishment in the field of topics. If only I were qualified to give such a certificate, I would award it to you. Unfortunately, the Advisory Board's Bureau of Certification has not certified me to give certificates yet. So, my paperwork's still pending. And when it goes through, I'll be able to award certificates, marry people at sea but not on land, and name new species of birds. I can rename existing species, but probably people won't adopt my new name, even though I have the certificate. All right, SC won the game. Congratulations, USC. You did a wonderful job. I'm meow. Why I'm meow? I don't know why you are meow. How am I supposed to know why you are meow? I don't know. Why are you meow? Let's see here. I guess I'm going to wrap up the live stream and watch a little Olympics and then go to bed. So, good night and good luck. Thanks for being here. I love you all. I think you're wonderful people.